Muslims in some time, it was only a matter of time. And there was a time in Muslim history when the biggest kingdoms, they were ruled by slaves. The Mamalik in Egypt, the Khandan-e-Ghulama in India, they were the Mamluks, they were the slaves, but they rose to that position. Many of our Aimma, the biggest alims, Muhaddiseen, Fuqaha, they are from the slaves. And even the princes used to serve them. The sons of Harun al-Rashid used to quarrel with each other, Bamun and Amin, that I will set the shoes of my teacher right. And the others would say, no, this is my right, I will set the shoes right. And the teacher was a slave. So that is the emancipation. Inna Allah la yuhibbu man kana mukhtalan fakhura. Verily Allah Ta'ala doesn't like those people who are arrogant and boastful. Mukhtal, arrogant. Fakhur, boastful. Alladhina yabkhaluna wa ya'muruna an-nasa bil bukhl. Whosoever is arrogant, he must be a bakhil also. He must be niggardly. He must be miserly. Because he is boastful. Why he is boastful? He has money, he has wealth. And he must keep the money with him, because it is the source of pride that he has. So this is a logical relationship. Mukhtar and Fakhur is necessarily niggardly and miserly. Allazina yabkhaluna wa ya'muruna an-nasa bil bukhl, who act miserly themselves, and they advise others also to be miserly and niggardly. Why are you spending? Keep the money with you. This will be a source of respect and honor in this society. Why are you giving it over to the poor or in charity? Keep it with you. الَّذِينَ يَبْخَلُونَ وَيَأْمُرُونَ النَّاسَ بِالْبُخْلِ وَيَكْتُمُونَ مَا آتَاهُمُ اللَّهُ مِنْ فَضْلِهِ. And they want to conceal and hide what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given them out of His bounty. They want to wear very shabby clothes. Why? Lest any beggar should ask, if I have a good clothing put on my body, well, somebody can come and ask for something, some alms and some charity. And if he sees he is also clothed in rags, how can I go and ask for something from him? So they conceal the bounty of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And you will find these Jews, very shabby looking, and they are not dressed well, and they are millionaires. If you go to their shops and their businesses, you find that they are millionaires. So these things are, this is not poetry. This is actually what happened in human society. الَّذِينَ يَبْخَلُونَ وَيَأْمُرُونَ النَّاسَ بِالْبُخْلِ وَيَكْتُمُونَ مَا آتَاهُمُ اللَّهُ مِنْ فَضْلِهِ وَأَعْتَدْنَا لِلْكَافِرِينَ عَذَابًا مُهِينًا. And for such thankless people, here kafirin should not be translated as unbelievers. There is no question of unbelievers over here. All the issues are discussed about Muslims. Whosoever is thankless, because kufr means to conceal something. To conceal the truth of religion is kufr. To conceal the shukr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is against kufr. لَإِن شَكَرْتُمْ لَأَزِيدَنَّكُمْ وَلَإِن كَفَرْتُمْ إِنَّ عَذَابِي لَشَدِيدٌ. So kufr against Islam also, and kufr against shirk also. الَّذِينَ يُنْفِقُونَ الَّذِينَ يَبْخَلُونَ وَيَأْمُرُونَ النَّاسَ بِالْبُخْلِ وَيَكْتُمُونَ مَا آتَاهُمُ اللَّهُ مِنْ فَضْلِهِ وَأَعْتَدْنَا لِلْكَافِرِينَ عَذَابًا مُهِينًا. And for such thankless people, we have prepared a chastisement, a punishment, which is very humiliating. Muhin, ihanat amiz. وَالَّذِينَ يُنْفِقُونَ أَمْوَالَهُمْ رِئَاءَ النَّاسِ. Now there is another category of wealthy people who spend their money. وَالَّذِينَ يُنْفِقُونَ أَمْوَالَهُمْ, they spend their money رِئَاءَ النَّاسِ, to show off to the people. Well, he does the acts of charity. He is a very good person. وَلَا يُؤْمِنُونَ بِاللَّهِ وَلَا بِالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ. And he doesn't really believe in Allah. And he doesn't believe really in the day of judgment, in the last day. Because if one believes in Allah, he will spend for the pleasure of Allah. If he believes in the day of judgment, he will spend and give alms and charity to get the reward of the day of judgment. But if he doesn't have the real faith, neither in Allah nor in the day of judgment, and now he is giving something in charity, he is only doing it to show off to the people that he is a very philanthropist and he is doing this public service. Maybe he has to contest some election, in the near future. And for that purpose, he is distributing alms and charity and all these things. رِيَاءَ النَّاسِ وَالَّذِينَ يُنْفِقُونَ أَمْوَالَهُمْ رِيَاءَ النَّاسِ وَلَا يُؤْمِنُونَ بِاللَّهِ وَلَا بِالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ وَمَنْ يَكُنِ الشَّيْطَانُ لَهُ قَرِينًا فَسَاءَ قَرِينًا. And for whomsoever shaitan becomes the comrade and colleague, he becomes the friend, qareen. So he is a very bad comrade and bad colleague. So what does it mean? They are the companions of shaitan, of Iblis. وَمَاذَا عَلَيْهِمْ? What harm could have come to them? What harm can come to them? لَوْ آمَنُوا بِاللَّهِ وَالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ. If they have real faith in Allah, real faith in the last day. وَأَنْفَقُوا مِمَّا رَزَقَهُمُ اللَّهِ. And on the basis of that real faith and conviction, Iman in Allah and Iman in the day of judgment and the hereafter, and they are spending for that purpose, مِمَّا رَزَقَهُمُ اللَّهِ, from whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has bestowed upon them. وَكَانَ اللَّهُ بِهِمْ عَلِيمًا. And Allah knows them very well. Knows who is spending for the pleasure of Allah, and knows who is spending for show off, for only showing it to the people, or to have some worldly rewards, to save some taxes from the government. A foundation has been established. What for? To save the taxes, and to have some access to the centers of power. You can have a lobbying, and you can go to the congressmen and the senators, and you can go your own way, and you can get the decisions which are beneficial to you, and you are spending for charity. But actually your purpose is that. وَمَاذَا عَلَيْهِمْ لَوْ آمَنُوا بِاللَّهِ وَالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ وَأَنْفَقُوا مِمَّا رَزَقَهُمُ اللَّهُ وَكَانَ اللَّهُ بِهِمْ عَلِيمًا إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يَظْلِمُ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ. Verily Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not going to do any wrong to any person, even equal to the weight of a particle. People have translated it as an atom, but now this is the recent term. At the time of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when this Quran was being revealed, there was no concept of atom. Zarra, particle. Misqala zarra. Inna Allah la yazlamu misqala zarratin. وَإِن تَكُ حَسَنَةً. Allah is not going to destroy any deed of any person, even if it be the weight of a particle. وَإِن تَكُ حَسَنَةً. If it is a good deed, يُضَاعِفْهَا. He will double it, multiply it. وَيُؤْتِ مِن لَدُنْهُ أَجْرًا عَظِيمًا. And in addition to giving the reward so many folds, he will give the reward from his own. More he will add.